Tommy Brassel, yes, get the Swans in. Get the Swans in. He should be here any second, I reckon. Steve-O, he's here. Let's get him up.
Hey, mate. Yay.
He's a round of applause for him. My God.
Yeah, beautiful. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
A bit tired, but
Tired, big day.
For some stupid reason, went footy training.
Yeah, I know. How's that go? I just gave everyone all the dabblers telling them that you're training tonight because you're preparing yourself to still keep running around for a local footy club.
Yeah, mate. Footy training's a lot harder when it's not during the day.
First thing in the morning?
Yeah, when you get up and you do it during the day, it's not too bad, man. When you have a day, and we did some stuff today, and then you get on the couch and you get a bit tired and you have to get yourself back. I don't know how people work full time and then go to train. I just got me beat.
Wow. Did you even like training on that when you played? Did you actually like going to training ever?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
If I had children when I played, yeah, it would have been a different story. But
yeah,
I've got there. I had its moments. I didn't put it this way. I was better than digging ditches, I guess. But,
yeah, I guess so.
Looking back, you think, geez, it's not a bad job.
Yeah, it's a pretty good job. And I mean, when you had the career that you had, geez, you're a big get for Dabble, and everyone here's blowing up chat.
Huge.
Are you on your phone?
Huge.
Are you on your phone? Or are you on your laptop?
No, I got a laptop. I scooted home.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you go on your phone, go in Dabble and go in the banter section, you'll see like you put it on mute, but you'll see like the stream with us, and you can see the chat. So you can see it all flying around, like all the people. That literally everyone's flooding it with swan emojis.
Well, I'm a swan.
Yep. So Dabblers, get out there, follow. What's it?
Dane
Swan 36. Yeah, you got it.
Actually, don't know. Yep, Dane Swan 36. I've been horrendous in the NBA lately.
Have you?
So bad. Well, just like one leg. I had like the same game multi today, and had a more in the Warriors game, and they pulled their stars with 3 minutes to go, and Steph had 23, needed 25. He shot a three to end it 4. Yeah, so that hurt. I'm not going to lie. Just trying to figure it out.
Have you put up a multi I know you've got your thoughts on the footy season, which we're going to go through, but have you put up a multi for this week yet?
No, I only a 2-legger. For the life of me, I don't understand why West Coast are $2. I just...
playing North too.
It hurts my brain that West Coast are $2. I don't know how. Maybe
Double does this sometimes, man. Double does this. A-League odds, it's like both teams are paying $3, and you're like, wow.
But they're $2 everywhere. I've had a look, but so my theory is this may be the only chance you get $2 for a side against North Melbourne all year. Now, Alistair Clarkson may have come into that football club and has just flipped it around in 6 months.
Surely not.
I'm not so sure he can do that without them having played a game. And I looked at West Coast list, and they've still got maybe they're good in name only these days, and they've just fallen off a cliff. But like for them to be $2, I thought West Coast would have been $1.40, $1.50.
But they're supposed to be bad, aren't they, West Coast?
Yeah, but North are worse. Yeah. But listen, I could be proven wrong, Jake. This may shock you, but I've been wrong once before when it's come to gambling. So
yeah.
But I at the moment I can't see how West Coast lose that game. Like I'm really thinking about having a big go at them. But the first few rounds are hard because some sides are going to improve, some sides you think are going to improve aren't. Sometimes some clubs that think are going to be shit improve. So it's difficult, but that is clearly my bet of the round.
Yeah.
And then I threw Melbourne in as well, which I think they're flying. So that's like a $3 multi. But stay tuned. My football stuff will come soon enough.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Actually, there's a good question in here. Did you ever miss training on a sickie?
No, I was actually thinking about it before. I was probably not the right thing to do, but I always got there.
Oh, you did?
No matter how fucked I was, I managed to get myself there, which is probably to the detriment of myself. It's probably why I got suspended for drinking and cost myself a second Brownlow. So probably should have stayed at home. Ben Johnson had gastro every second weekend. It was incredible. He had every Monday. It was unbelievable how bad his stomach was. Every Monday, and I was out with him too. I'd never seen him to get the gastro bug that he got, but No, I didn't miss much. To be honest, I probably once, like genuinely from thinking I just can't make it in today, so I'm going to pull a gastro cut. But I always would get myself there, even if it was for 5 seconds, show my face and turn around. But
Yeah, that's my rule too. Do the crime, do the time.
Yeah, but now they don't do recovery after games. Now they do it after the game, and now they think sleep is an important part of recovery. Mate, where was that when I was playing, mate? We have to get up.
Yeah, he's been asleep for 3 days.
Yeah, mate, exactly. I would have woke up Wednesday.
Yeah, ready to go.
Exactly, but mate, you play a night game, you'd still be wired from the night game, like because of all the adrenaline and stuff. You get home at 11:30 midnight, and you toss and turn in bed anyway till 3, 4 a.m. Then you have to be up at 8. So you might as well go and have a few beers and try and relax. That was my theory anyway.
I agree. I want to ask because you just mentioned Ben Johnson's name, and I just kind of found out this story today off you and Heater about his 3/4 time speech in the 2010 Grand Final, which I think is one of the greatest things I've ever heard on a sporting field. So are you able to relay that to all the dabblers out there, because this is some gold from the Rat Pack in the prime?
Yeah, briefly it was 3/4 time. Obviously the game had been won. We knew we'd won, and Heath, Jono and Heath all just got together like the Rat Pack, if you will, and Jono just sort of said, boys, whatever you do not get hurt. We've got some celebrating to do over the next month or two, so make sure you play like a boundary umpire, stay wide, don't stick your nose over the ball, don't get hurt, and let's go and celebrate this thing. So we did.
That is, I think, yeah. So apparently,
the only person that touched me was my own teammate. That was about it.
Yeah, didn't go, and that's in the second grand final, wasn't it, against St Kilda?
It certainly wasn't in the first one.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been a great piece of advice from Ben in the first one. That's probably why it was a draw. He probably did say it in the first one. I just can't remember it, and that's why they came back and we drew.
Yeah, I think this could be a pretty obvious one, but trackside Trav, one of the all-time greats, asked Swanee, did any other club ever get close to giving him an offer he couldn't refuse to leave the Pies?
West Meadows, my junior club.
You would never have left him, would you, unless they told you to leave?
No, basically. I'm sure Bucks tried to trade me many times. I'm not sure Mick would have, but yeah, I'm sure Bucks tried to get rid of me. Got rid of all my other friends. But no, I was Collingwood, and I was, it's a long-winded answer to that question, but a lot like Geordie didn't want to leave, like Dusty didn't want to leave. Leaving the big clubs is very, very hard to do. Money obviously talks. That would be the only reason. But I think the only time I didn't come out of contract basically when I was good enough to, have decent contracts. So the only time they managed to float it was maybe Sydney, just to get out of Melbourne and see what footy was like outside of Melbourne. But I would never have left Collingwood. I was left 15 minutes from the place. And when you go to a new club, you have to start over again. You have to impress. You have to work twice as hard in pre-season. You have to, show that you're worth what you're being paid to get there and reinvest in everyone. And, I love Collingwood. I love the people. I could get away with a lot there. I could float through pre-season. Didn't have to, work overly hard. Just did my thing. And I loved everyone there. I knew what I could and couldn't get away with. So the answer was no. Playing in front of 80,000 every week. Why would you want to leave if you're getting roughly the same money? Playing Anzac Day, like Carlton Collingwood, Carlton Richmond.
Dane Swan Day, you mean?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say. Thanks.
How many did you win? How many Anzac Day medals? And then how many were you robbed of?
Well, how long have you got, Jake?
I haven't even started on the Brownlow counts.
Yeah. What time's this stream end?
8.
Oh shit! No, we better get me on at 7 next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Just a couple, mate. Just a couple. I'm not greedy. I'm happy to share the love.
Yeah, no, you did. I remember like 4 goals. You kicked 4 goals and had like 20 odd touches. One of these.
28 or 27 or something. Yeah. Did you back a winner for everyone today?
No. I've copped a bit of grief as well. How's this? You'll like this one. So me being me, having ADHD or something, I lost my wallet at the dog park. Came home, walked home, and realized I'd lost it there. But the stream was starting like shit. So I was having all this anxiety, like, oh, someone's going to steal my thing. I was telling everyone on stream, and then my doorbell goes off. And the bloke's at the front door, and whilst I've gone to get it, the first race has started, and the horse has just come dead last. And then the second one we came dead last too. So, bit of grief. I tell you what, these streams are hard when you don't win.
Is that your Australian jersey? that your own Australian jersey you've got hanging up in the back?
I do. I don't know why. It's a pretty egotistic.
That's very that's. I was going to say that's very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, subtle. Well, I actually had him up for the World Cup.
I've got a mouse trap, I think. I don't know, it's that way. I've got a dog that's looking for food.
Do you not have like a memorabilia room, like or anything?
Oh, he is.
Oh, there he is.
Nah. And he's Barney. He's 16. He's nearly 17. He's deaf, blind, got no teeth.
Is he 6? Good on him. That's huge.
Yeah. Nah, he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to borrow me.
Yeah,
he doesn't really like it. He's not a friendly cavoodle. That's for sure.
Not a friendly cavoodle. Oh, wow. Why doesn't that shock me?
Some would say he's an asshole.
Can you Richmond, Carlton, Collingwood, Geelong Thursday, Friday night games? Yeah, are those too close to tip? Is that one you want to stand back and watch and maybe not tip the result?
No, I'll definitely gamble in them.
See, I would gamble on like disposals and stuff in those and goals and whatever, but result, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, the first games are always hard because like new players and new clubs don't know how they're going to gel. So I always would take the value in the first, unless they're morals. There's no real, apart from which I think West Coast, there's none. Like if you're doing one of those knockout comps where you had to pick one winner certainty a week, you know what I mean, until the last one standing, whatever. It's a tough round to pick a dead set winner. Some would probably like. I wouldn't put me house on it. I wouldn't put me house on it.
Pies beat Geelong, at 260. That's a huge odd.
Yeah, what's the line? So I'd probably take Carlton at the line. It was only 5.5 or something like that. 5.5, just because you just don't know how Jack's going to go, what Dusty is like, what the two midfielders, if Presti going to play. I don't know. I'd probably take Carlton at the line and the Pies at the line, or maybe what's the total points? Probably take that over in the Richmond Carlton game. Hopefully, there's a few tied bodies and the game opens up in the back half of the game. Have a few tied bodies, which forces turnovers and some easy goals going back and forth. So, if it's a nice night, I think it's meant to be warm. So, I'll probably take the over in that game because I couldn't confidently pick a winner.
Yeah.
I'll have to take the Pies at the line. I think Hawkins isn't playing. No Joel Selwood.
Yeah, is Hawkins? How long is he out for a while? Or is he back just after the next week or two?
I'm not sure. I just heard he wasn't there. Jeremy Cameron. Hopefully, Jeremy Cameron's wife gives birth Friday afternoon, so he misses.
Oh my God! Imagine.
So I'll probably take the Pies. If I was having a multi, I'd take the over in Richmond Carlton and the Pies at the line.
Okay.
Would be my double for those two games.
And then you've gone Melbourne over the Bulldogs too, haven't you? That's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you had them with your West Coast bet, didn't you?
Yeah, I threw them in. I think Melbourne and Brisbane will probably finish 1 and 2 on the ladder.
Oh.
I think Melbourne recruited Brody well and Lockie Hunter. I think they seem relatively injury free now, so I think they're flying, and it's hard to say who's flying this time because if you talk to every club, everyone's had the best preseason of all time. They got to somehow fit 18 sides into the top 4 this year, which is odd. I don't know how they're going to do that. But yeah, so I think Melbourne are not a bad thing over the Bulldogs. I think they want to start well. Bulldogs are tall. Hopefully it rains.
Yeah, you said that today. I reckon that's hilarious. They better not, because you're actually right. If it rains, they're in trouble. They are so tall.
Well, they're very tall. So they wouldn't want it to rain a lot. But I think they play at Etihad or Marvel, whatever you call it. So a lot of games there with the roof closed, which is a quick deck. But yeah, this time of year, like I do a gambling podcast, and we actually go pretty well. But it's usually after the 4 or 5 weeks, so we're always in front. Of after every round, but the first 4 or 5 weeks are always a bit tricky till you get a read and a pattern on the sides. But West Coast might bet it around at $2.
Are you one that does multis, multis with players on disposals and goals? Do you do that heavily?
I do everything, Jake.
You do everything. Okay. Because I'm going to be following your bets profusely.
I usually would have a big multi, like 6 or 7 games, just, a hit which very rarely wins, but they're nice. You get one of them a year, you've gone all right. Then I'll have like a Thursday night multi, Friday night multi, and have like a Saturday one and a Sunday one, like all different ones. And then if I'm watching a game is when I'll do like a same game multi with the players.
Oh, right, gotcha.
Like, so if I'm sitting down watching it, like Friday night, I'm usually, because I'm playing footy on Saturday, so I'm usually home for the Friday night one, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
Usually home for the Thursday night ones. But if I'm playing Saturday, like I won't have a same game multi.
Yeah, because you can't watch it.
I like to be able to yell at the screen and yell at the players that have fucked it up for me.
Yeah, correct. Oh, this is interesting. I made sure everyone knew as well. Heath Shaw quoted today: St Kilda won't win more than 4 games. So that he literally
their total wins is 10.5 for the year, so you can bet on them to win. Like their total wins is like 10.5, which a lot of people don't seem to think they will get. So if he thinks they won't win more than 4, if you want your money to hold for that long, you can smack St Kilda to win under 10.5 games for the year. Like was it $1.90 or something like that? Yeah. But you got to hold it for a long time, I guess.
Do you see? I think we spoke about this today. So you're going to repeat an answer, but North Melbourne, is there any chance they can climb up from last to second and third last?
They'll get closer to second last because they'll improve.
They're going to be dust. They're dust.
Well, they'll improve. But just, instead of getting beat by what are you drinking? Your prime drinks there, mate?
No, because I've been sculling them on stream for everyone. They want me to get absolutely necked. So
is there any vodka in them?
Nah, not yet. But that will be about half an hour.
Yeah.
Someone told me before I was breathing heavy as well. Like I've been smoking too many darts.
Oh, yeah. So, vaping. That's what all the cool kids do, isn't
it? Yeah. Hawthorn have to be a big chance for the spoon. True.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, they do. They might finish second bottom. There's going to be some poo sides this year. Let's be honest. So, yeah. But my point with North was that they were getting beat by 100. Mate, they sacked their coach because they yelled at him because they got beat by 100 points. No, we're in a professional league. If you get beat by 100 points when you're all professional footballers, you deserve to be yelled at. Now I know we're in a woke world, and men have feelings, and you're not allowed to upset them, even though they're professional athletes and should be competitive in all matches. But I think Alex Clarkson will yell at them. So hopefully, it seems like he was yelling at reporters the other day. So I'd imagine he's going to yell at their players if they're no good. Yeah. So I think they'll improve clearly because they've picked up a couple of players, but they'll get me by. Like the easiest bets last year was just taking the other side of the line. It was like 60, 70 points. They were getting hammered every week. So they might come in from. If they improve by 10 goals this year, they're still getting beat by 20 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're going to have to improve by 15 goals to win games. Now, I haven't checked their side this week, but is John Longmire, Wayne Carey, bloody Anthony Stevens, Wayne Swass, are they all playing for them? Buddy Franklin, Gary Ablett, are they all playing for North this week? I don't think so. So
they're gone.
They very well may improve, but I can't see them improving much to win more than like a couple of games. Now, West Coast were fucking horrendous last year themselves, but I think they had a lot of excuses with COVID and all that kind of thing. Now,
you're not usually one for excuses either.
No, they're like ourselves. Everyone's got one, and they all stink. But
he's on fire. He's on fire.
Yeah. But I West Coast. And I like how they slipped West Coast North in the round one because it's such a hype build up to round one. Blockbuster games, and they go, let's just put these two shit sides in, slip them in the middle on a Saturday. No one notices. So, but I'm aware, AFL. I'm on here.
Yeah, you are. You switched on.
I'm aware.
Final one from us. Top 8. You don't have any big shakers and movers in that last year's top 8, do you?
We did. I did. We did.
You had Rio sliding, was it?
Yeah. No, the Dogs didn't make mine. I think.
Yeah.
I had Carlton in, and the Dogs out. I think. Which,
okay. Oh yeah, no. You had Freo. Did you have Freo out? Oh no, you had Freo in there. You had the Dogs out.
I'd Freo small. So my 8 was Brisbane, Melbourne, Geelong, Collingwood, Carlton, Sydney, Freo, Richmond. Now that so I think Brisbane, Melbourne would be the top 2, and I think the other 6 would sort of go in any order. I think Freo will play enough games at home to win 10, and then they've got to win 3 or 4 others away. But the Bulldogs,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. If I knew exactly what was going to happen, I'd be a squillionaire because I would have just gambled on it. I wouldn't make it forward. Unfortunately,
mate,
I'm not.
you and I both.
But that's my expert opinion.
Yeah, and I'm out here betting on greyhounds. I've got no idea what's going on. So,
No.
yeah, it's fascinating actually to say.
Where you betting?
Well, I'm my soccer bets. I tell you what, my strike rate's pretty good, but on anything else, footy will be okay. But dogs, I got no idea. Horses and trots as well, no idea.
Yeah, my NBA's been putrid lately. I need to get a winner. I refuse to give up until I get a decent multi going.
Who are you tipping? Who are you tipping to go all the way in that NBA? Do you have East and
in
West?
The NBA,
Like who's taking the East and West?
I think Milwaukee. I still think Milwaukee just. Giannis is so good. What did he have, 50 today or something like that? He's so good. If Middleton gets back to his all-star stuff, they got Jay Crowder, who's good off the bench. The Celtics are obviously good, but Tatum hasn't proved himself. He went missing last year in the finals. So I think it'll be Milwaukee coming out of the East. And in the West, well, Phoenix, who knows what Durant's going to do. The West is so open. Like, if the Warriors get their mojo back, even if the Lakers, if LeBron gets healthy, but
you reckon the Lakers? What are they, ninth now? They're 33 and 35.
Yeah, they can make a run. D'Angelo Russell playing really well. Anthony Davis annoys me when I bet on him, but at Sacramento they've been good. Man, Denver obviously the 1 seed. They're just sort of cruising to the playoffs now. They're sort of danger team just to stay away from betting on at the minute. But
really,
just because they're about 7 or 8 games up in the West. And I know they're going for the number 1 overall spot, but I don't know.
Yeah, because everyone wants that one. What's that French guy, don't they?
No, he won't get. They certainly won't get him. They're not in the lottery.
Oh, the thing. I'm sorry, you're going for that. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
they go for the top spot overall, so they get home.
Oh yeah,
home court throughout the playoffs. But
they're going to be lucky to be caught. They're going to be lucky to be caught. The Nuggets aren't they? Grizzlies with no Morant now.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's why they might just take the foot off the brake and start resting people and not playing people minutes. So they're tricky to bet on now. Beautiful. But I'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Well, Swanee, mate, I'll let you go because you're a busy man. But appreciate you coming on, mate. Welcome. Yeah, get onto maths. Welcome to Dabble, mate. And I'm sure you'll be your face